Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, May 8th, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Well, that tooth pulling was a lot better than I expected. I'll tell you, between Evolve Direct Primary and Morabito Family Dentistry, I am keeping the local doctors employed in Annapolis this year, it seems. But I do really dig them both. If you're looking for a doctor or a dentist, highly recommended. Anyhow, here's an OMG fact for you. Dolphins shut down half of their brain when they go to sleep. Me? I shut it all down. Anyhow, we have some news. So, shall we? Anne Arundel County State's Attorney Ann Colt-Litis has been removed from a high-profile murder case of Dr. James Houston following the judge's ruling that her undisclosed phone calls with 15 witnesses crossed a legal line. Circuit Court Judge Mark Crooks stated that the removal was necessary to ensure a fair trial and asked Houston's attorneys to prepare a house arrest plan so they can better coordinate his defense. Houston is accused of fatally stabbing his wife in 2023 and remains held without bond. Now, I'm beginning to wonder about the error in the circuit courthouse. Her actions caused a mistrial in the triple murder case a few months back, and then we have the former Register of Wills being removed from office, and let's not forget the orphans court judges' battles. Something's up in that circuit courthouse. Hey, if you are a user of the Maryland State Parks, listen up on this one, because starting on May 19th, the Maryland Park Service is going to require advanced reservations for day use and access at certain state parks, beginning with Greenbrier State Park and Sandy Point State Park here in Annapolis. Additional parks, including Point Lookout, Newtown Neck, and North Point, will follow later this summer. The reservation system aimed at reducing overcrowding and improving visitor experience will be in effect during peak times, weekends, and holidays from Memorial Day through Labor Day. Same-day drive-up access will no longer be allowed. They will turn you away. Reservations must be made online up to 7 days in advance, and I imagine this is going to tick off an awful lot of people who are not getting this memo and are making that trip. Frontier Airlines is going to launch new nonstop service between BWI and Chicago's O'Hare on July 7th with introductory one-way fares starting at $49. The route will operate 3 times weekly, joining a competitive market served by United, American, and Southwest. Frontier's addition marks its 11th nonstop destination from BWI, which also includes Cancun and San Juan. The airline is headquartered in Denver and has resumed operation at Dulles as well, and also flies daily from Reagan to Denver. More choices, more competition? I say that's good. A swarm of periodical cicadas known as Brood XIV, or Brood 14, is set to emerge this spring, including parts of Maryland, after spending 17 years underground. Although this isn't expected to be as large as last year's emergence, experts do say trillions of cicadas will surface across 13 states. Soil temperatures around 64 degrees will trigger their arrival, with peak activity here in Maryland expected mid to late May. While noisy, reaching up to 100 decibels, cicadas pose no harm to humans, pets, or most vegetation. Now, when I was growing up, we always heard that there were this 17-year cycle, but we never knew there were different broods that emerge like every year. It seems we always have them every spring. And 100 decibels, we better get that Annapolis City Council on the stick here, because that's louder than a gas-powered leaf blower. Podcast stuff up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight. We're going to be speaking with Dr. Rowland and the Center for Transformative Dentistry. That does drop at noon on Saturday. And in closing, one of the best ways to keep up on the local news is the daily news recap email that goes out at 7 p.m. every single day. It's free, and paywall free, and I've got a link right here in the show notes for you to sign up if you are not already. And please feel free to let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about it as well. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to the sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Mac Medics. So now you just need to sit back because your Eye on Annapolis local weather is on deck, and Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. All of that's coming right up, so hang tight.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Good morning, Arundel County. Here is your local weather forecast for the next couple of days. Today, we're looking at a high near 75 degrees with partly sunny skies. Winds will be calm, becoming southeast at around 6 miles per hour. Tonight, you can expect showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm before 2 a.m. and then a chance of showers. Mostly cloudy with a low of around 56, north winds at about 7 miles per hour. Tomorrow does bring a solid chance of showers, mainly before 2 p.m. Otherwise, it is shaping up to be a mostly cloudy day in the afternoon with a high near 65. Winds will be from the north at 6 to 10 miles per hour, and Friday night will be mostly clear with a low of about 52. Saturday is looking delightful with mostly sunny skies and a high near 70 degrees. It is a great day to enjoy the outdoors. Perhaps partake in the MRE's 0.05K bridge run. Gets underway at the crack of noon. Saturday night is going to be partly cloudy with a low of around 50. Looking ahead into Sunday, it continues the pleasant trend with mostly sunny skies and a high near 75. It is a perfect opportunity to soak up some sunshine on an outdoor deck with mom for Mother's Day. Remember, the weather can be unpredictable, so it's always a good idea to check the latest forecast before you make any plans. You want to stay safe and enjoy the beautiful days ahead.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Chesapeake Light Craft in Annapolis, registration is open for a workshop making scaries, as well as more workshops in the coming months. At Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road, today they have double knitting decoded. Sunday they have a comprehensive learn to crochet class. Monday they have a comprehensive learn to knit class. And on Tuesday they have Crochet 201, making a beginner hat. And registration is open for their Cocoa Knit sweater workshop. Quick Socks, learning socks with the DK weight yarn. Basic sweater knitting, making a super simple summer sweater. As well as another Barocco mystery knit-along group coming up in June. At the Willow Oak Flower and Herb Farm in Severn, Saturday check out their Mother's Day workshop, creating a planter with mini roses, fragrant annuals, and herbs. At Art Farm in Annapolis, tonight they have a sketch night with a live model, as well as a figure drawing and oil painting class for artists. And also tonight, check out Podcasting 101 for adults. Tomorrow they have a Pasanki Ukrainian egg decorating workshop. Saturday they have First Exposure Digital Photography. Sunday they have a Mother's Day celebration with yoga, brunch, and spring blooms flower arranging. And if you don't want all that, you can drop in just for the flower arranging. And also on Sunday, check out their Vibe, Flow, and Chill Yoga. On Monday, they have watercolor for beginners. Then on Tuesday, they have virtual botanical drawing for beginners, as well as marine life beginner watercolor pop-up workshop. And registration is open for more adult workshops, including more sketch nights, watercolor, batik, floral planter arranging, photography, weaving, and more. And Art Farm's Kids Art Camp spring semester is winding up, but there's still a few classes left. Today they have intermediate fashion for ages 9 through 13, as well as mixed media art school for ages 11 through 15. On Saturday, there's a kids art school for ages 7 through 9, as well as another one for ages 10 through 13. On Monday, they have a kids art school for ages 4 through 5, and another one for ages 6 through 8. On Tuesday, they have mixed media art school for ages 9 through 11, and a Zen art school for ages 6 through 8. And finally, on Wednesday, they have pencil, charcoal, ink, and watercolor for ages 9 through 11. And registration is open for Art Farm's Kids Summer Camps coming up in June. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today Brooklyn Park has Steam and Snacks, Maryland City has Make Art, celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and Mountain Road has What's Cooking, In Search of Lost Time, and Lost Dishes. Saturday, Eastport Annapolis Neck has Build It with Lego, Crofton has Ask a Master Gardener, Bush Annapolis has a Steam Storytime, Maryland City has Science Saturdays with Stomp Rockets, Riviera Beach has Marble Painting, Brooklyn Park has Sit and Stitch, Savannah Park has a community service crafternoon, making decorations to put around the library for its annual Summer at Your Library program, and Edgewater has Build and Play with miniature mini golf, making a fairy golf course. On Monday, Odenton has Friends in Fiber Arts. On Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Engineers Constructive Play. Discoveries has a Homeschool Art Club. Savannah Park has Stitchin' in Stacks, with a daytime and an evening edition. Bush Annapolis has Mindfulness Crafts for Kids. And Severn has an open craft night. And finally, on Wednesday, Bush Annapolis has a Nature Explorers Club, and then there's an online cookbook club Mystery Menu Challenge. And a reminder, Annapolis Woodworkers Guild has their monthly meeting every second Thursday of the month, which would be tonight. They're a great group of woodworkers, and they meet down in Davidsonville. And then at unallocated space in Millersville. Tonight, they have a virtual happy hour. Tomorrow, they have a DEF CON 443 cybersecurity meetup, honing your cybersecurity skills. Saturday, there's Machine Sewing 101, lesson number 2, where they'll be working on quilting. Sunday is an analog gaming night. Monday is a project night. Tuesday, they have another one of their queers and beers and other tasty drinks, an inclusive open house with tasty beverages. On Wednesday, they have a Locksport night with Maryland Tool, as well as their weekly open house. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.